All right, teammates. So I'm going to present my presentation and I want you to grade me. Okay? So, how is my content? Are you learning? Do I list names? Do I list dates? Does it look pretty? Is it something that's easy to read? And does it include pictures? And then lastly, I want you to grade me on um, did did I maintain good eye contact with the camera? And did I talk to you and not just read what's on my screen? All right. Chicano Civil Rights Movement. El movimiento. So, what was this movement? This was Mexican Americans asking for changes in their social status in America and their political status. They wanted to make schools better, they wanted to make farm workers' lives better, and they wanted equal treatment. This started in the 1960s and still goes on today. There were some important events, like in 1962, the Farm Workers Union was established. In 1973, there was a grape boycott, asked farmers to only hire people from the union. In 1968, 10,000 students walked out of school to protest the lack of quality education. And then in 1969 in Denver, a plan was written that would give more rights to Mexican American students. Why were these events significant? Well, these were important because at the same time the Black civil rights was going on in other parts of the country, mainly the East Coast, the Latinos were fighting for a better life for themselves on the West Coast and Central America. There were results from this movement. For example, now there is bilingual education for students, and there's Latinos in the government. There are still issues like immigration that Latinos are fighting today. How did the Chicano movement impact African Americans? Well, the Black rights movement was actually inspired by the Latino movement. For example, for ending segregation in African American civil rights in 1954, they did that because in 1947, Latino Americans had the same battle to end segregation. So they were actually inspired and supported by the Latino movement. They had a lot of the same goals. They wanted less segregation, better education, better housing, better jobs, and freedom from discrimination. I found my information on these 3 websites. Thank you. All right, teammates, so go ahead and look at your rubric and please give me a grade.